My name is Tanis Saonke and I'm from Vellore Institute of Technology. Today, I'll be presenting my study titled Time of Day Variation Resistance Training Morning versus Evening Effects on Muscle Hypertrophy. The purpose of this research was to explore whether the time of day we train, morning or evening, has any measurable or perceived impact on muscle growth, strength, and training effectiveness. I chose this topic because as gym culture continues to grow among students and young adults, many people wonder if training at a specific time offers a real advantage or if consistency is what truly matters. The central question I wanted to explore was, does the timing of resistance training, morning versus evening, influence muscle hypertrophy and performance? We know that our bodies run on a circadian rhythm, which regulates many physiological processes from hormone release to energy levels and even core body temperature. Scientific studies show that strength, body temperature, and testosterone level tend to peak in the late afternoon to early evening. This suggests that evening training might allow athletes to perform better and lift heavier. But on the other hand, morning workouts have their own advantages: better discipline, routine consistency, and fewer distractions. Let's look at what existing literature tells us about this. Several studies show that performance measures such as strength and power output are higher in the evening. The main reason is core body temperature. As the day progresses, our body temperature naturally rises, improving muscle elasticity, enzyme activity, and nerve conduction speed, all of which enhance strength and coordination. Additionally, hormonal profile plays a role. Testosterone, an anabolic hormone important for muscle growth, tends to be higher or more active in the evening, while cortisol, a catabolic hormone, is relatively lower. This creates a more favorable testosterone to cortisol ratio, which may support better performance and recovery. However, the key point that multiple studies emphasize is adaptation. Over time, your body adapts to your training schedule through a process called circadian entrainment. This means that if you always train in the morning, your body learns to perform optimally at that time. Understanding with real world experience, I conducted a survey based study. A total of 45 active gym goers aged between 18 and 28 participated in the survey. Around 80% were regular gym members, ensuring the data was gathered from an experienced group. Over 55% listed muscle growth as their main fitness goal, while others trained for endurance, health, or weight loss. Interestingly, about half had over 2 years of training experience, which gives more reliability to their self reported perceptions. The survey asked questions about preferred training times, perceived effectiveness, muscle pump, and which time they believed better supported muscle growth. The preferred workout time, a slight majority, 53.5%, preferred morning workouts, while 30% favored evening and the rest preferred afternoon. But when asked why they chose that time, 88.4% admitted that their schedules, college, work, or daily routine dictated their timing. This shows that for most people, training time is not necessarily based on performance optimization, but on practical constraints. The ideal biological time often doesn't match in real life availability. So, even if science says evening workouts might be slightly better physiologically, most people train when it fits their lifestyle. Among participants who had tried both morning and evening workouts, which was about 76% of respondents, we saw some interesting trends. 46.3% said their evening workouts felt more effective, 36.6% felt no difference, and 17.1% preferred mornings. These perceptions align with what physiology suggests. that evening session may feel stronger because of higher energy level, body temperature, and improved neural activation. However, the fact that over one third felt no difference indicates that personal preference and consistency can often override these small physiological effects. Next part of the survey asked about the muscle pump, which is a common subjective indicator of workout quality. A good pump is associated with increased blood flow and muscle fullness. 32.6% reported a better pump in the evening, 23.3% in the morning, while 42.2% said there was no difference. Once again, evening advantage appears, possibly due to improved blood circulation and muscle temperature later in the day. But overall, nearly half of participants didn't notice a significant change, reinforcing the idea that consistent effort matters more than the timing. Participants were asked which time they believe supported muscle growth better. The responses were almost evenly split. 37% chose morning, 35% evening, and 28% said both. This result highlights what we call growth paradox. Although the body performs slightly better in the evening, the difference may not translate into meaningful long-term hypertrophy. Studies like by Hill and Suggs show that when training volume, frequency, and intensity are kept equal, morning and evening groups achieve nearly identical muscle growth over time. So while the body might favor evening sessions acutely, the real key to growth is consistency and progressive overload. From both the literature and my survey findings, we can draw three major conclusions. First, evening training provides an acute advantage, better strength performance, hormonal balance, and a stronger pump. You might feel more powerful and train harder. Second, when it comes to long-term results, both morning and evening training yields similar hypertrophy outcomes as long as intensity and volume are equal. Third, the practical winner is your personal schedule. For most people, the best time to train is the time that ensures consistency. Morning workouts often succeed because they are easier to stick to, especially before daily distraction or fatigue set in. If we sum it all up, the key message is this: choose your time and your consistency. The most powerful factor in muscle growth isn't the clock, it's the commitment. If you're more energetic and motivated in the evening, use that advantage. But if your morning are more predictable and you can train consistently, that's equally effective. Over time, your body adapts to your schedule and progress depends upon progressive overload, nutrition, and recovery, not just timing. So, the takeaway is simple: train hard, train smart, and train consistently whenever it fits your life best. Thank you.